Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Ayoto Corporation video. Today, we're going to be taking a look at SanctuaryRPG Black Edition. Now, SanctuaryRPG is a bit of an odd game. It really has no good graphics to speak of, and, well, it's an ASCII game, basically. The good old favorite games way back in the DOS era where graphics were made out of letters and slashes and numbers and that sort of thing. So I'll get right into the game and show you what it's like. I already have a character that I've been playing for a little bit, but I guess I'll start off by showing you character creation. Let's go with a wizard. I haven't made a wizard. You are a wizard and enjoy copious amounts of intelligence. What you lack in brawn, you more than make up for in smarts. You blast enemies with magic and place curses on their mothers. Casting spells is what you were born to do, and you do it well. So, you get a whole bunch of perks as a wizard, and I'll just go through these. It's, the UI is literally just text, so I'm gonna be honest, it's not fantastic to look at most of the time. So if that's a big deal to you, I just letting you know right away. So, I'll just make... Other has the ability to choose your body type, which gives you different benefits. In this case, I guess I go for tiny because it gives me a dexterity and at the cost of strength, but I don't need strength to begin with. And I will name you Wizarl. And I don't know why, but for some reason all the characters in the game have a fascination with potatoes. You can also choose what your character looks like by randomizing like this. And sure, that looks good. And you can also choose your place of origin. I haven't beaten the game really yet, so I don't have a lot of these things unlocked. But I'll go with Northern Ariat. Now you get to choose your race. I guess I'll go with a crest, because you get the ability to freeze people, and you get bonus damage per your int. And just normal. So that's basically what the game is. It's really like an old school RPG. The graphics are, middling, but they do the job. I actually should probably not have played this intro because it is quite long. The basic idea is that there's an ancient, powerful evil that got a hold of a mystical weapon that they used to destroy the world. And then some guy came, defeated the ancient evil, sealed it away, etc., etc. But now the ancient evil is on the verge of coming back, so you have to come back and defeat it as the potato-loving adventurer that you are. The music in this game, though, is really great. Like, the ASCII graphics, take it or leave it, but the music is really nice. Your name is Wizarl. You are a wizard of Kraste descent. You are born in the warm body cavity of an intelligent octopus. Raised by normal middle-class parents, you are half human, half drone. Drinking a gallon of prune juice before a concert was your biggest regret. One to enjoy advanced physics. You definitely know the radius of a circle. A few minutes ago you made a strange noise with your mouth. You slip and hit your head. You are not sure how long you've been out. Out of nowhere, a strange figure jumps at you. You slap yourself. You wonder if these lines can get any more strange. This is your story. So, that's the opening to the game. I noticed that the wizard slapped himself. The barbarian, I played the barbarian twice to test it out, and both times you punch yourself in the groin. Yeah, wonderful start for an adventurer. Hooray! I guess I should pick it up. But yeah, this is basically how the game works. You have the ability to wander around the world, you fight things, and occasionally you get to do other stuff. I will actually cut here to go to the other character, which is a bit more advanced. So, Ragnar has already been adventuring for quite a while, and as you can see, there's a whole lot more stuff that's unlocked. There's the blacksmith, market, temple, library, the Coliseum, the tavern, and there's the thing that says the small shack. So the way this works is, as you travel, you unlocked all these things. For example, you can go to the blacksmith, who you can actually go to buy weapons or view premium weapons, which are extremely expensive and I can't afford. And you can sell things and get quests from him. So yes, this is blacksmith. So that's the blacksmith. You can go there buy weapons. One thing though, every weapon he has is randomly generated. So let's say I'm going to look at number 1. It's a bow. I don't really need a bow. Can't afford the bow anyway. So, you know, maybe if I have enough money later on, I'll come back and buy it. Or not, because he destroys the weapon if you can't use it. So, yeah. You also have the ability to redeem scrap metal for stuff, which if I turn in, I get a random weapon again. I can't use this axe, or at least I'm not spec'd to use the axe, so instead I'll just salvage it and get some materials back. And you can actually use materials to craft. If I go to my small shack here, this is basically a house I've been building. Just, you know, it's a thing I have. So I have the ability to craft powerful weapons, and if I have different amounts of materials, for example, I have enough raw hide or soul shards, I can craft various items, or I can upgrade the hammer, which allows me to craft things better. And it's just a little mini game where you have to sort of make sure your heat doesn't go too high. I'm going to actually craft mats. So, this is what I got to do. I have a progress bar up here, and over here will be a heat bar, and I got to get my durability and quality up. Well, durability I have to keep fairly high if possible. Generally speaking, it'll be between 1 and 50. If it goes to 0, item's broken. Quality I want as high as possible. Progress I need to fix. So I'll just try doing a strong thing. That decreased the durability by a lot, increased my progress, but it also increased my heat. So I'm going to go for medium. Oh, I'm about to overheat, so I gotta wait. Just do some light. I found that this is the best way, so... Great success. And I made some raw hides. And wood splints. Cool. Great. But yeah, you basically use the keyboard for this game entirely. There's nothing you need the mouse for. I'm going to go to my tavern now, which is a tavern I got by basically taking the previous owner, shoving her out the back door, and then locking her out. So that means I own the tavern now. And this is like, that's a little thing. I have the ability to entertain patrons if there were any patrons to entertain. I can sell beers to people, I can upgrade it, and that sort of thing. There's also this little shared stash where sometimes patrons will just give you items and money. So, even though it's an ASCII game, there is an awful lot of stuff to do and, like, take a look at. It's surprisingly, like, full of things, even though it looks like it's a simple game. Again, the UI is not great, and I'll show you why it's not great in a minute when I go to combat. So, I had to clear the monastery of enemies. So, I'm here fighting a Lurg, and it has two abilities, Smiter and Nimble. Nimble, I don't remember what it does. Smiter, as it says down the bottom, will drain my HP, Rage, and Ult often. So, basically, I have to make sure that my MP is always high, or else I won't be able to use my abilities. Oh shit, I'm still drunk. Fuck. I forgot about that. I drank a lot in the tavern earlier, and now I'm drunk. Normally my abilities would be right here, but they aren't. So I gotta run. Okay. I'm gonna go sleep. Okay. I should be not drunk anymore. See, barbed enemies will hurt me if I ult, so just don't ult. Okay, so this is what the thing looks like. For real this time. Wow, he's got a lot of HP. Anyway, I have a number of abilities, and I just activate each one by typing in the number and activating it. I can cleave, whirlwind, frenzy, or heal, or these two sort of special abilities. Riposte does damage based on how much I've taken, and this one reduces the amount of incoming damage. So, I guess first I'll Frenzy. This will reduce my MP, increase my attack. So here, I've hit the Lurg with my attack for 49 damage, but it also hit me back. And this is one of the problems. Like, it really doesn't allow you to keep track of what's going on, because there's no, like, animation where the thing attacks you and then you see your damage pop up. It all happens simultaneously. So, after using my Rage, I have the ability to finish off with Final Blow, which is a big attack. So I hit it for 636 damage. And now I've got a new set of abilities I can use. Brutal Rend, Rupture, or Ground Stomp. I'm going to use Rupture, because I don't need to heal right now. 185 damage. Still frozen. Why is it frozen? Oh yeah, my weapon does that. So, I've used that ability, and now I have the ability to either choose to start a new ability here. I have the ability to link up with a different attack, which will sort of combo off, or have the ability to reposition myself. That's very useful, because there's sometimes when enemies are guarding, and repositioning allows you to get around their guard and deal more damage to them. Or in some cases, an enemy will try and attack you, and by repositioning, you'll be able to, like, avoid the attack and basically stun them. It also allows you to restore MP, so it's very useful in that regard. I think I'm just going to stomp him. Man, he's got a lot of HP, though. Bone Crush and Mending Crush. Ah, look at that. So, see how he's guarding currently? I'm going to reposition, and over here it actually says break opponent's guard. EX Whirlwind also has a 50% chance to break the guard, but this one gets me MP, which I need. So I'll reposition myself. I recharge some MP, and he's no longer guarding, which means I can smack him for 313 damage. Reposition again. And since he was charging at me, I blocked the attack. So he basically wasted that, and I got MP back. Now, Seismic Slam. It healed 2 HP, and Final Blow to finish it off. And that's basically how combat works. If you're not paying attention, it can go by really fast, but it does have the upside of you can just spam 1, 2, 3, 4 over and over again in order to be able to beat combat. Your heal is always available unless you are... ooh, a diamond. The heal will always be available unless you are out of mana, in which case you need to reposition to get your mana back. Now, let me see if I have any people in the tavern waiting for me. Yeah, I got 5 patrons, so I can actually entertain my patrons now. I've started to rub potatoes all over my body. I don't get any reaction from the crowd. Lovely. I don't know what their obsession with potatoes is. It's very strange. Let's do it again. Potato on my head and start dancing. One gets smirks, almost hands you a gift, but doesn't. I spin in circles and then strip down to my underwear. I believe I am, in fact, a female barbarian, although I can't remember. They don't care for your act. Alright, so I'll just sell beer. So not only does this give me gold, this actually also gives me experience. So I could actually just live my life as a bartender. Straight up. I wouldn't save the world from the impending evil, but I could totally do it. Let's see, I need 5 beers. So there we go, I'm stocked back up. So my current quest is to clear the monster of enemies, although I believe if I go back to the blacksmith, he actually has a quest for me. Okay, I apparently had a babushka that I sold him. Yeah, I'll take it. I don't have any silver keys. No, I have no need of this. But yeah, that's basically how you play the game. You go through it and you fight various enemies, and eventually you will fight the final boss, save the world, yada yada yada. One of the things though is that all the enemies are very silly. For example, let's see if I can find... Nope, just get an event. Oh, I'm totally jumping in this pit. Oh, Jesus, that just almost killed me. Oh, but I found a chest, which is what this thing on the screen is. So if I type 8, I open it up, and I get splint mail, which is... let's see what this does. It doesn't help. Oh, that's what it does. Okay, so this is normal, whereas I've got mending. And mending heals 1% of my current HP per turn. I think I will take the new armor. And I guess I healed myself after that little event. That was still fun, just, you know, jump in a pit of spikes and get treasure. Attack the fruit! Oh. Okay. Combat! The skeleton is ready for battle. Doomcaster. Okay, so the skeleton is glaring at me. I am actually going to heal up first, because I have very low HP. And I'm immolated. Lovely. So, I'm going to use my ultimate now. Every so often, this ability charges up, which is basically just really huge attack, does massive damage, usually one-shots enemies, great for bosses. In this case, it just one-shot the skeleton. I have no need for this. Oh yeah, that's basically this game. It's quite fun, actually. It's a nice thing. You can play it in a little window while you're doing other stuff, or you can chill out and listen to the music. And it's just nice. And this is the Coliseum, where I get to either... What's the graveyard? I haven't actually been there. I guess it's characters that have died. But you can train, which is basically you fighting a computer, because there's one of those around. I've wounded. So if I heal myself, I won't be wounded anymore. Now I can reposition to remove its guard. Reposition. I blocked its charge. At least I assume it was a charge. And... okay, so this is basically how combat works. It's not exactly something fun to watch, but, you know, it gets the job done. Oh, and then, of course, there's some things like this. Exposure. Wait a minute, I can grapple it? What? Oh, wow. I mean, it's still got 980,000 HP. So that's kind of ridiculous. I'm just gonna feral crush it again. 1,522. And still has that much HP. But yeah, that's the game. There is a free demo available. I will link it in the description below, and it's also on the Steam page. But it's quite fun, and I think it's a good deal for $8. If you don't like it, just get the demo. Try that out. Again, the major sticking point is that the graphics are not going to be for everyone. Just the fact that every so often you'll just see these really awful UI things because it's black with a white text. That's it. Combat, it's really hard to follow what goes on sometimes. You have to like pause and read what's happening, and then you have to read what you can do and read what your abilities can do. So, I mean, it's probably not a great fit for some people, but for some people who want this kind of thing, it's there for you. And it's actually quite amusing sometimes. Just the characters are really stupid. The first boss, I believe, was a computer that you just fought. It was a sentient computer. The second boss was like a doctor. Like a surgeon who is leading a group of bandits. This is a fun little game. Anyway, I highly recommend giving this a shot. This has been Ayoto Corporation. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.